Okay guys, we are back. In the last video we had some success. We were able to create our child theme. We were able to activate it. However, when we activated it, this is the result. And the reason why is because our child theme right now is not looking at the styles from the actual parent theme. So what we need to do is we need to create another file in order to bring in, or in technical terms, enqueue the actual parent theme style sheet. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we need to do, we're going to open up our working notepad, which is not Notepad++, just the regular notepad. And then we're going to copy this code. And this code right here, it is going to load the parent theme style sheet. So that means it's going to load all of the styles from the actual parent theme. So let's go ahead and copy that, and then let's go to Notepad++, and then let's go to File, New. Then we're going to paste in that code that we copied, and I'm just going to explain to you a little bit what this is. Add action is a WordPress hook. You'll be hearing a lot about that later on in the upcoming courses. WP enqueue scripts, that is a built-in WordPress function, which we'll be talking about that more and more and more. Theme enqueue styles, this is the actual function that we created, that we're going to send this information to this function so that it will load the actual styles from the parent theme. WP enqueue style, this is another WordPress function, which it takes a few parameters like parent style, the name, you have to give it a name, and then the actual directory of where this style sheet is located. And this function right here, get template directory URI, that's just saying go into the main directory, the parent directory, because this is the template directory. So go in there and then grab this style sheet and then apply it to the actual child theme. All right. So now let's save this file, save as, and this one is going to be called functions.php. Okay, so after you have named your file, go ahead and click save, and then we got to go to FileZilla. We are in our Modern Virtuosity folder. This is our theme folder. So it's not showing up here. So if it doesn't show, there's these two arrows, a blue and a green, and then you just click that. That's a refresh. And as you can see, there's our function.php file. It shows up. Now we're going to upload it to the server. So right click, upload. Okay, boom, it's there. Great. Now let's go back to the website. Now, when we refresh this page, we should see this child theme look like the parent theme, right? I have faith. Hit refresh. Boom, look at that, like magic, man. Isn't that cool? Now, there's one more test that we need to make before we can be satisfied that our child theme is working correctly. We're going to make one little adjustment to the code, to the style sheet of our child theme. Now, you remember me telling you earlier not to go into your editor and make any changes. Remember that? Now that applied only to the actual themes itself. But now this is your own theme, okay? And if you were to mess something up, you can just always revert back to the parent theme, okay? So if you're comfortable, you can write your code in here, but I'm not going to write it here. I'm just letting you know that since this is the theme you're creating, you can create your styles in here. I'm just going to do it the long about way just to show you the process, and then you can decide which way you want to go from there. So let's go into Notepad++, and then let's go over to our style sheet. And this is the state that we left our style sheet in. So I'm going to give it a couple of spaces here. And so what I want to do is I want to change the actual body color, because we're going to test to make sure that our child themes style sheet is actually being looked at by WordPress. Okay, so we're going to go body, and then we're going to say background color, and then we'll just say blue. Let's say beige. Okay. All right. So now let's save this file, then go back to FileZilla, and then we're going to click on the file we just modified, right click, upload, and let's go back to our website. Now I want to show you something here really quick before we go check the front of the site. You see, this is the style sheet that we created. Now when we refresh, we should see the changes that we just made to our Notepad++ file, because we just re-uploaded it, right? So hit refresh, boom, and sure enough, look at that. There's the change that we just made in our Notepad++ file. Okay, that's just a way of showing you how it works. Okay, now let's go back to the front of the site and then hit refresh. We should have a different color. There it is. There's our beige. Okay, and I'm just going to do one more thing for you just to show you now that this is your own theme and you can play around with it however you like. You can just, you know, I'm just going to change the color to red now, right there inside of the actual editor, and then hit update. Now I do not recommend this if you're not comfortable, obviously, but just remember to have a backup on your own local machine, just in case you do mess something up. Then you can re-upload that file from your computer, and then you can restore your site to the way it should be. So this is just another example. I'm showing you that you can change the styles right inside of your WordPress dashboard. So we go back to the front of the site, and then we hit refresh, and now the color is red, and that's all there is to it. So our style sheet is working for our child theme, and we have just created a child theme. So now we are graduating and we're moving on up. So I'll see you guys in the next video, where we're just going to keep trucking on and moving on and trucking away.